Now, class 9, history chapter 8, South India and the Cholas. South India and the Cholas. Now, today, village administration and the Gram Sabhas. A most remarkable feature of Chola administration was the exceptional efficiency of the village institutions. The village institutions were exceptionally efficient. These assemblies enjoyed full powers in the management of local affairs. The method of election was as follows. The name slips of all candidates were thrown and mixed up in a pot, from which they were drawn one by a small boy. The results were announced by the village priest, Then their functions and administration. Now, the village assemblies administer justice within the village except the cases involving serious crimes. So the village assemblies administer justice. Now, they regulated water supply, gathered taxes, and administered all charitable institutions such as temples, schools, etc. They could sell or donate land for religious purposes. Accounts were maintained with meticulous care. All the accounts are maintained with exceptional care. If someone embezzled money, he was severely, if someone mismanaged some money, severely dealt with. The village assembly carried on its affairs with the help of smaller committees. The village assembly carried on all the administration with the help of smaller committees, each looking after specific matters such as tanks, gardens, temples, justice, and general management. Now, sources of revenue and expenditure. Sources of revenue and expenditure. The land revenue was fixed at 1/6 of the gross produce. 1/6 of the gross produce of this, the land revenue was fixed at 1/6. Other important sources of income were the taxes on trade, mines, handlooms, water courses, and of course the customs. That is the duties on imported goods. The duties imposed on the imported goods, this is a source of income. The main items of expenditure were the royal family, maintenance of the armed forces, construction of towns, temples, and works of public utility such as roads, tanks, irrigation system, etc. Army and Navy. The Chola rulers maintained a large, well-trained army and an effective naval force. The army consisted of the archers, foot soldiers, horsemen, war elephants. The soldiers lived in cantonments called the kadagams, situated in the different parts of the empire. Now, all of my students open page 83. Chola temples and their art. In South India, if you ever visit South India, throughout the South India there are several temples. The pattern is same like this, and this is known as the Chola art. The Cholas built cities and beautified them with majestic palaces and grand temples. Throughout the empire there was the majestic palaces and grand temples. The chief features of the Chola temples are their vimanas or towers, magnificent sculptures, pillared halls, all interconnected, and large gateway towers which are also covered with sculptures. The Brihatshara temples at Tanjavur. The temple marked the highest achievement in temple building tradition. Following characteristics. The Brihatshara temple at Tanjavur, this is the most famous temple. The temple consists of the Nandapa Mandapa, a pillared portico, and assembly hall. All are interconnected. The Mahamandapa, originally 3-storied, the top stands with an apex terrace. Now with a roof, the Nandas placed on the top of his way. Number 3, like the outer doorway, other outer entrances are also flanked by darpallas. Number 4. The numerous Sanskrit and Tamil inscriptions on it are in fine calligraphy. On it, the numerous Sanskrit and Tamil inscriptions are engraved. These are important sources of history also. Number 5. Another imposing structure in the temple is the Amman temple, housing the Vindadayaka, the consort of Brihatshara. In brief, the Brihatshara temple is a repository of every branch of art. That is, it is a great example of every branch of art, architecture, sculpture and painting, jewelry, dance and music, etc. Another elegant temple at Tanjavur is dedicated to Lord Subramania. King Rajendra I also erected a splendid temple at his new capital, that is Gangiyogonda Cholapuram. That is King Rajendra I, he erected a splendid temple. It is very much similar to the temple at Tanjavur. Its rich carvings are very impressive. The Chola period is also noted for its metal and stone images. The bronze figure at Nataraja is matchless. That is, it is unique, unparalleled. It displays wonderful vigor and grace. That is the image of Nataraja. That is the end of the chapter, my students. Next day, question answer. Okay. See you tomorrow. Okay.